Hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. I see Robin with Garden State So and So has come in, and Lori with It All Adds Up. And those are the two that have came in so far that I could see. Looks like a few more of you guys jumped in. So please share this out on your community tab if you have time. That would be awesome. So, anyway, I missed a couple of weeks. It does actually affect your hours when you miss lives, I've noticed. It's like, boom, your arrow will start pointing down on you. Not good. Not good at all. But anyway, here I am, finally. And Phil Beck, welcome in. So this is Jade. Oh, she's mad. This is Jade. Yeah, she's ornery. She's an ornery little thing. This is our new kitty. With her new kitty. Yeah, look at her. Hi, Jamie. Yeah. Yep, she's a brat. Hi, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How are you? Yep, I got a new kitty. New kitty. I've had her for a couple weeks, but I haven't been live since I've had her. I asked a few people to look around for a cat, but I wanted to get one that was little because when you get them when they're little, they're more attached to you. And I wanted to get a female, so hopefully she's a female. But I named her Jade because her eyes are so blue. You want to look at the camera? There you go. Good girl. Look at her. So I named her Jade for her blue eyes. Isn't she cute? Yeah. So having a kitten is just like having a little baby because they sleep a lot and they cry a lot and they, yeah, it's funny. And first few days she was here, I kept her in the pet kennel. Thank you, Jamie. Because I wasn't sure how Bright would do with her because he was kind of like biting her and hissing at her and stuff like that. So he finally calmed down. So we're letting her roam around at night now. So she's got the run of the house now. I think because the live I had, cuteness overload. Yes. I'm trying to remember what your name is because now that they got these new handles, I know what your name is, but I cannot remember it now. The one that says cuteness overload. Tell me what your first name was because I know I knew it. But now that they're putting that there. Hi, Neil. Treasure Hunter Neil. How are you? Ariella, welcome in. So this is Jade, new kitty. So anyway, I have put the word out to look for a kitten. And my sister-in-law works in real estate over in Abilene, Texas. And I thought she would just know a lot of people or have heard stuff. So they called me on the phone on a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday night. And said, or maybe it was a Monday night. But anyway, they called and they said, we've found somebody that has some kittens. So we're going to Joe. Yeah, that's right. Joe. Okay. Jose. So anyway, hello Beth, how are you? So we brought her home or I just went and got her by myself. And so my brother and his wife and my nephew went and picked up Jade and kept her overnight. And then I went the next day and picked her up at their house, and then I brought her over to see my mom, and my mom just really had a blast with her. I thought it would be good for her to see a kitten, so she enjoyed holding her, and so that was fun. So anyway, so now we still have Bright, and we have Jade. And Jade is going to be raised as an indoor kitty. She does use the litter box. She will get fixed when it gets time for that. When she starts doing her moaning and groaning, complaining thing that they do, we'll go take her to get fixed. But she'll be indoor cat. Brat was already trained as an indoor-outdoor kitty. But that makes me kind of nervous. So anyway, she's pretty good. She, obviously when you have a kitten, you get clawed a lot, and she woke up this morning crying at the door because we don't let cats sleep with us. That's not our thing. I don't like it because I'm a light sleeper, but I also really just don't need cat fur in the bed either. Hello, Deanna. How are you? So anyway, so we got a new kitten, and she's probably about 6-7 weeks old, so she's really young. She was already eating regular cat food. I think where she was, and then my brother was feeding her regular cat food, and I fed her regular cat food for one day. And then I went to the Tractor Supply and got kitten food just because hubby said it would be better for her nutrition for her to help her grow. So anyway, so she's a brat, but her brother started to like her, sorta. He's cleaned her. He's also hissed at her and bit her a couple of times. But they haven't laid together yet. To me, they're friends when they start laying together. So I'll let you know when the friend thing happens. But right now they're just sniffing, and hi, Heather. They're just sniffing each other, and he's cleaning her. So it's really cute. She's actually fallen asleep. But yeah. Okay. So I made a little list of what I was going to talk about today. There's an open collaboration being hosted by Tammy with Mountain Grandma and Tina with Life in the Piedmont Homestead. This collaboration is called Jello in July, and it's basically using Jello or Jello pudding to make a dessert. So I made a strawberry Jello poke cake. It's an old-fashioned 80s recipe. So I made that. So I've already put out my video. There will be a playlist on Tammy's channel and on Tina's channel. Just a little, informal collaboration that they did. And I just happened to be like a couple of days until it was time to go to the store to get stuff. So I decided to go ahead and get the things to make that cake. So, and my mom used to make it when I was younger, but she doesn't remember it that much. She said she just barely remembers it. Let's see. I want to bring up his comment and see if I can see it a little bit better. Have a female kitty, Duchess, avid bird hunter. She spied a skinny crow. Flew inside her home. Oh no. Yeah. I got her one of those little stick things that has a bell and ribbons and stuff to play with her. I got that. She likes that. I haven't bought her any other toys. We had a toy that was left from when Dawson was here. Oh, you're making yours tomorrow? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I've actually started back on cooking mode. I still have some things in the garden. I have my pink brandywine tomatoes, my evil olive tomatoes, my shishito peppers, my bell peppers. I have cantaloupe and watermelon. Did I say tomatillas? And I still have a few flowers left and a few herbs. But that's about it. A lot of things have kind of burnt out because it's Texas. It's hot, and it's really hard to keep up with the. It's not them giving up. The garden at some point, it's so hot here. Hi, John. The garden just gives up on you. It's not a choice. It's hard to keep up with, and I can't water. I can't water, twice a day. So I have done that in the past. Kitty toes. Yes, you do see kitty toes. Yeah. See? Kitty baby. Kitty toes and kitty head and kitty tail. She is going to be a gray tabby. She does have some white on her feet, so I don't know. She may have a little bit of color. Lori's World's in here. Hi, Lori's World. Hi, Lori. Oh, I know what happened, Lori. Last week when I set it up on both channels. And then I don't know what happened, but it wouldn't let me. When I went into StreamYard, it wouldn't let me. So I had to restart the whole thing over. And when I did, I didn't think to include both channels. So anyway, that's what happened with that. I had to reset up the whole live. I mean, it wasn't too hard. As long as you get the monetization turned on, that's really the main thing when you're monetized. Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah. Hi, Echo. I was just thinking about you earlier. Seeing if I missed anything from anybody. Jan is going live at 6 p.m. I did see her live is already set up. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, thank you. Prayer Mountain Homestead Rita. Hi, Rita. Welcome in. All right. So today I've been trying to work on getting my harvest because, I have, we'll say half the vegetables I had. I'm probably down to about half on everything. But the things I have will probably go on into October. So today I picked all the bell peppers that were there, unless they were just like really tiny. Picked all the bell peppers. I washed them, chopped them up. Of course, I photographed them first. You have to photograph them. I chopped them all up and put them in little bags. And I think I ended up with 7 bags of bell peppers. There's quite a bit in there, enough to go with a dinner if you're making like a soup or stuffed bell peppers or anything like that. King Ranch chicken. There's a lot of things that call for bell peppers. So I got 7 more. I don't even know how many harvests. Now that I have it down how to grow peppers, I don't seem to have any problem with it. And I use the bone meal that's mixed with blood meal. And that seems to be what peppers like. And that seems to go for bell peppers and for other peppers too. So if you're having trouble with that, if you're having trouble with that, try bone meal, blood meal for your peppers. Because I used to have problems with it too. My shishito peppers are doing really good too. So every day I'm just going out and harvesting stuff. I still have one more group of of garlic to harvest, but I don't want to harvest it because I planted another butternut squash in there right in the middle of the garlic. As a matter of fact, I pulled a few to make space for the butternut squash, hoping it would protect it. So I want to make sure if that butternut squash is going to survive or if it's going to die as well. So I'm leaving that garlic until I see if that plant's going to survive. So anyway, I got that done, and I'm just going back and forth between shishito peppers, bell peppers. I have been harvesting the pink brandywine tomatoes too. I'm really nervous that birds are going to get them because I have pulled some off there that are being affected by something. I've seen birds over there, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's birds. Yeah, I don't like mice. I don't like mice at all. Okay. Oh, so anyway, I was out in the garden the other day and I decided to plant my cantaloupe on the side of the house over here. I call it the cemented bed because it's cemented. It's actually in ground, but it's in the shape of a raised bed. It's a long, skinny bed. And my first thing I used to do is I used to plant sunflowers over there before I started real gardening here. And then once I started real gardening, I used to grow tomatoes over there. I've grown squash over there. I've grown several different things over there. But this year, I wanted to grow cantaloupe. So I didn't think I was getting any cantaloupe, but it was growing up on one of the cords, and I was really nervous that it was going to be a cord that was something important. And so I asked hubby about it and told him it was the green one, which is an old internet thing that we don't have anymore, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, the cantaloupe is hanging off of that green cord. It's basically worked as a trellis. That thing has climbed up there, and when I was noticing one, there was one right above it. So there's actually two, but there might be more. I was out there and I was trying to clean up some ground cherries that were volunteering in that bed, and I had my shears out and I clipped my finger and I thought it was going to bleed. So I just dropped what I was doing. I ran inside and I was going to grab a rag because I thought, oh no, it's going to start bleeding. And I do not like blood. So that was not going to be good. So I came inside. I kept looking at my finger and it never did bleed. So I actually pinched it. It did not bleed. But I was just like, God, please don't let it bleed, because it was right on that crease. It would have really bled. And I was really nervous about it, but it did not bleed. It just pinched it, and there is a scar and there is a, it's bruised. You could tell it's been hurt. But yeah, I hurt myself. It seemed like every time I go out there, something happens. It is so hot. It is so hot. I cannot keep up. I cannot keep up with everything. I'm just watering what's left, and I'm trying to water as many flowers as I can because, the flowers still need to pollinate things. So I did do a second batch of zinnias and a second batch of 4 o'clocks, and there's still some marigolds. But anyway, I'm trying to keep as many flowers as I can alive. Sorry, allergies. Welcome in. So yeah, I'm trying to keep as many flowers as I can alive because what was your channel name before? So anyway, I'm trying to keep the flowers alive, so hopefully they'll keep pollinating things. So we'll see how that goes. And then I started my new flower bed that's over by where the kitties are buried over there on the side of the shed. So I'll get that established next year. But I did put some 4 o'clocks there. And I've been deadheading all my sunflowers. And this year I have 2 beds where I do sunflowers. This year, one of the sunflower beds actually the sunflowers just come up on their own. I didn't have to do a thing to it. The other one, though, I don't think I'd ever deadheaded my sunflowers, so I had to plant them over there. So I decided this year I'm going to deadhead the sunflowers so that both the beds will come up by themselves. And also I did that area over there. Yeah, I hit that sleepy time at like 2, 3 o'clock. Yeah, well, it's early in the morning. Ariella just needs coffee. Experienced Africans. Okay, yes. I do remember that channel name. Welcome in. Yeah, my cucumbers already died out and my cherry tomatoes never came up. Yeah, but I did end up with some cucumbers. I've already harvested cucumbers. Peppers take a long time. And because my garden is partially dying out, not all the way dying out, but partially dying out, I decided to start my hydroponics. So on the 1st of July, I went ahead and started my hydroponics because it takes about 2 to 2.5 months to actually harvest a tomato, microdwarf tomato. So I went ahead and started. The first 3 things I started were 3 different kinds of microdwarf tomatoes. Then I did lettuce and kale and spinach and parsley and an Anaheim pepper. And then I did 3 more microdwarf tomatoes. So I'm going to end up with 6 microdwarf tomatoes. I'm basically growing 3 in each machine. If any of you guys haven't actually done hydroponics yet, you don't want to grow in every single hole that is in there. I mean, that's a great way to start it if you're just going to start it and move it around. But it's just too much. When you very first start at the beginning of the season, it doesn't use a lot of distilled water. But as you go along and the plant gets bigger, it actually drains more and you need more water. So you start off using less water, like you pour a whole gallon of water in there. Some of them need a little bit more than a gallon of water, depending on how big the size of the tank thingy is. But anyway, I've already got started 3 out of 4 of my hydroponic systems. So I'm kind of trying to, July is kind of July or August is usually my transitioning month because things start dying on me in July because of the heat. So depending on if we've gotten rain, which we haven't that much. So I decided to start hydroponics. So I'll have things outside and stuff in hydroponics. And in my hydroponics, I already have about 5 or 6 things already poking out. So getting kind of a nice start. Yeah, my borage, it was massively huge. And I don't know if it was 1 or if it was like 3 together, but it was a massive thing. You can go back and watch the videos, and I probably have pictures too. My borage was massive. Had a pretty good set of marigolds too. 1 bucket of it died, so I deadheaded those into the bucket right next to it. I have been watering that, hoping that could be like a second batch of flowers over by my bell peppers. But I do have 1 barrel full of marigolds that are still going well. Some zinnias that are going well. I just dropped my earring on the floor. Can't pick it up though because I got a baby here. Anyway, a kitty baby. Cucumber salad. That sounds good. Nice, fresh, summery salad. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for cantaloupe. I'm so excited. I hope I get some. Yeah, I've thought about doing the watering system. I just don't know how well it would work with my your borage is gigantic. Mine was too. I did really good with borage this year. There's actually another smaller one coming up right now. And this is what I did this year because I'm trying to establish my herb bed, the herb bed that I built last year with the building collaboration. Every time I got plants drying up and going to seed, I would cut the seed off and put it in my herb bed. So I'm hoping that some of the herbs will come back on their own. So there'll be basil there. I didn't want to chop the seed off of the dark purple basil because it was so pretty. The flower and the seed, it was so pretty. I can't bear to cut it yet, but I did cut some of the regular basil. I think it was the Genovese basil from the Survival Seeds collaboration. Has been going to seed. I got most of it, probably about 90% of the seed heads chopped off of that and put in my herb bed, but I kind of had my hands full trying to pull that tomato off there, and I couldn't get them all. So I have to get some more of them. But anyway, I'm trying to do a little bit in the garden every day. I'm actually already cleaning stuff up at the same time that I'm still growing a few items. I am already starting cleaning up and composting process as well. Hi, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. How are you? So I'm just going to go back and forth between shishito peppers and bell peppers like that until I get all. And then I got a few more garlic in this bed up here. I think I'm going to close this planter down next. I think the only thing I'm going to water in that one is the marigolds. They're growing up on the arch. Hubby's going to actually mow this weekend. Oh, Heather's having vehicle troubles right now. Fridays and Saturdays, I'm usually beat when I get home. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I didn't quite get enough of anything at one time to be able to can anything. But I have put up a lot of shishito peppers. I put up some garlic scapes. I put up some garlic. I put up some bell pepper. So I've done at least 5 things. My freezer is actually getting pretty full. And I hope I get cantaloupe. That's all I got to say. I have a question for you guys. I'm just curious. I like to have curiosity questions. We had this debate in our family group chat. So, what is your favorite season? Put it in the chat. Winter, summer, fall, or spring? What's your favorite season? And if you want to put why, you can put why too. And then after you guys start answering, then I'll tell you my answer and why. fall, fall. Yeah, I actually the shishito peppers have not been hot. So I thought I would use the shishito peppers like for taco soup or even things that you would normally put green chilies in because to me they're about that mildness. So, and I'm actually chopping up and seeding out the Lori from Lori's World likes late spring and early fall. Everything but winter, Lori says. Hi, Luann. Echo likes fall. Jan likes spring and fall. Everything. Harriella says everything but summer. Seems like I'm not the only one for which summer is not my favorite thing. Yeah. Summer has nothing great to offer except for things can grow in the heat, I guess. Waiting on your car. Yeah, I bet it is hot. Yeah, you are unusual, Joe, that you'd like the heat. But where you're from, it is hot. So hotter, probably. Only place I've ever been that's hotter than Texas is Arizona. Because Arizona is like burn your face off kind of hot. I mean, it is hot. Yeah, in the water. Yes. In the water. Yeah. I do like the garden in the summer, except for I wish it was like spring or fall weather so that I could take care of the garden. Oh, listen to this. Ariella has 40 degrees and it's morning there. 40 degrees, guys. It's like 100 outside and it's 40 degrees there. That's the complete opposite weather. Summer because I like the warmth, no coats or jackets. Everything is bright and blooming. Yeah, summer in New England might be way better than summer in Texas. Summer in Texas is like hell. Humidity. I mean, I lived in Rhode Island. It didn't seem as hot to me. Nights are still in the 40s. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks differently, sees things differently. 99. I didn't check the weather, but as hot as it is, I feel like what did I say? I didn't say New Jersey because I know you're in New Jersey. If I mentioned New Jersey is part of New England. I said New England. If I said Rhode Island, that was an accident because I used to live in Rhode Island. Yeah, I don't like the extreme hot or the extreme cold. So my answer is fall because it's cool, but not too cool. And it's like, I don't know, it's just calm. I like the colors of the trees. I just like fall. I like fall. Fall is my favorite. Spring would be second. Winter would be third, and summer would be last because I would rather be cold than hot. because you can put on more clothes and feel decently warm, but you just, yeah, hot is just hot. There's just no way to get around hot. And the older you get, the harder the cold is to deal with. I'm pulling honey from my bees tomorrow. Ooh, exciting. Oh, New Jersey isn't part of New England? Isn't New Jersey part of New England? Am I wrong there? Yeah. If I could do perfect temperature, it would be like 70 to 75, 70 to 79. 80 is, 80 is getting hot for me. Yeah, I can do with 50s and 60s. Under 50 is, yeah, kind of cold for me. Yeah. Oh man. I have a video in the archives. It's a short that of my I'm filming my husband throwing snowballs. And as I'm filming him throwing the snowball, he decides to clobber me in the face with a snowball. And he clobbered me so hard it dropped the phone, which I was filming, out of my hands into the ground. So there's actually a video of me getting knocked in the face with a snowball. But you don't see me getting knocked in the face. You just hear the phone drop and me like freak out. But yeah, I was throwing it. I was filming him throwing, and he threw the snowball right at my face, and it hit me, and I dropped my phone into the snow. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, you're right. 70, 79 might be still too hot. Oh, there's no way. maybe, maybe, uh, maybe. Well, in my brain, New Jersey is part of New England, but that I'll have to look that. I'm looking that up later. It, yeah, we have little bits. We may have a week of cold weather. I wanted snow so bad last year, and I got it and was stuck in the house for several days. And I was like, what did I ask for? Because now I'm stuck in this house. It was terrible. I was just itching to get out and walk around. And it was just like snow, and the snow turned into ice. It was just a mess. 50 and sunny. I think I could probably deal with 60, 60 to 65 maybe. You're right. Over, getting up to 75. I mean, getting up toward 80 is getting pretty warm. Yeah. Jan's a Texan originally. Yeah, he did. He hit me with a snowball on the phone. I dropped my phone. Anybody remember that video of my husband throwing the snowball at my face? Gail got snow and I didn't. Yeah. Yep, we did. We got snow. You like Texas when you were visiting? No, it didn't hurt. It just surprised me. It was mostly just the cold wetness in my face and dropping my phone, because I was nervous about my phone in the, yeah. Oh, wow. Well, you're still a southerner in Missouri. New Hampshire's the line? Hmm, interesting. I guess I just group all that in that little area up there as New England. It's much just that's my that's my Gaelism there. It's just a Gaelism. Yeah, I want to say Robin has an accent. I've only heard her talk. It's been a while. She hasn't put out a video in a while. I want to say she has a little bit of a northern accent. Yeah. I hate having to go out and feed chickens in the winter when it's cold. Ooh, I hate that. Ooh. In the summer, it's not as bad because I just get up before. I just get up before it gets too hot outside. And then lately, I've been working in the yard from like 7 to 10 or 7:30 to 10 because about 10 is when it starts to get hot here. She is sleeping real good, and I'm just talking away, and she's just laying here sleeping. There's no way I could sleep through all my chitter chatter. Oh, yeah. It's going to be from years ago, and it might be, I think it's a short, not a video. It could be 3, 4 years ago. I actually deleted some really old videos and a few old lives from before. A couple of them had some copyright issues and different things. I'm like, it's not that important. Out the bottom of Delaware. Yeah. Well, Robin, you're so awesome. I'll take you for a Southerner. I'll claim you. Oh, you got your Jello video done? Cool. Yeah, Jello in July. Hosted by Tammy with Mountain Grandma and Tina from Life in the Piedmont. You guys want to jump in on that one? You got till the end of July. You prefer Oregon? Yeah. Okay. I'm going. See, I made a little cheat sheet. What to talk about today? I had a I had a little I had a little cheat sheet. I've gotten so many mugs given to me that now I have an overflow. Oh, did you do a Jello video too? Oh, awesome. Cool. Well, I can't wait to see what you did with it. My husband wanted me to do grape jello, but I was like, if I do grape jello, what kind of fruit do I put on it? So I tried to ask him that question. But you guys got to see this cute little face here. Oh my gosh. She's just, you see that with her little eyes closed? The cutest. Yeah. This gardener is way too tired to water twice. I just started my hydroponic. I gotta say, I love gardening, but at this point of the year when things start to get messy looking and it's too hot to be out there pulling weeds and stuff, I gotta say, I do enjoy hydroponics in that everything's neater and there's no bugs, there's no heat. You can maintain it at your leisure any time of the day. You don't have to worry about weather. I mean, it's just so easy. It doesn't get so messy. Outside is just a mess, mess, mess. I've been trying. I'm already cleaning up stuff. I've already cut down both sunflower areas, deadheaded all of them into their selves where I want the sunflowers to be. And yeah, cell phones were not a thing when we were in school. Yes, definitely not. This is really weird, but you know, I've been sitting around in the kitchen chopping vegetables and things for days, just chopping garlic and chopping bell pepper and chopping shishito peppers and garlic scapes and chopping this and chopping that. And so I have a TV in the kitchen now that hubby put in here for me for while I'm cooking. A lot of times I just listen to music or I play people's YouTube channels, things like that. But I've been in here chopping a lot lately, and so I started watching the old series called Who's the Boss, with Angela and Tony. And I've been enjoying it. I wonder if you could make kimchi with zucchini. Probably. Look it up on YouTube. There's probably a recipe for it. Yeah. Probably. You probably could. If you can dream it, it's probably there. Yours are starting to bloom. Mine have come and gone. I still have a few. I left a few. I'm looking through a 4th of July cookbook and poke cake was in was in it. So funny. Yeah, the name of it's funny. I forgot it was called that. I just started trying to look for that old recipe that my mom did, and it came up Jello poke cake, and I was like, okay, that's what it. I didn't remember the name of it. I just remembered it was cake with Jello. That's all I remembered, and I remembered she poked holes in it. Oh, okay. Well, sorry about the Jello fail. That happens. It happens sometimes. Yeah, I have another. Yeah, I have another idea for another recipe that would be good with Jello, I think. But it's like taking an ingredient from other pie that I made and putting it as Jello instead. I think would be really, really good. But don't know if I'll have enough time to pull that off. But that it would be a really good recipe to convert to that, I think. But anyway, I do have some recipes coming up. I made my fall schedule. And I'm going to go ahead and start my fall season in August because of the garden burning up out there. And I'm going to do hydroponic updates on Mondays. I'm going to try to do a tea Tuesday where I just kind of like talk about things. Occasionally I'm not going to like stress myself out over getting it done, but I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, I had a lot of volunteer sunflowers this year. They just the birds move them around. Yeah, I don't remember the commercial, but everybody remembers that recipe. When I put it out, everybody was like, "My mom made that." Tina said, "My mom made that." Luann said, "My mom made that." And one other person said, "My mom made that." So it was like 3 or 4 different women that said, "My mom used to make that." And it was my mom that made it. So it was funny. All our moms made the same recipe. I've never had kimchi either. I have not. So, and then Wednesdays, I'm going to do recipe Wednesdays. And then on Thursday is going to be kind of like my miscellaneous day, in that I will do like soap making or craft or maybe a Suno song, or it's going to be kind of my miscellaneous days, kind of the catch-all, whatever was left over. And then Friday, I just keep Fridays as Friend Mail Fridays. I actually have a Friend Mail I need to video for something I recently won. I guess it's more of a winnings than a Friend Mail. But anyway. And then I don't post videos on Saturdays and Sundays unless they are shorts, and they're usually scheduled ahead of time. And the only time I film videos on the weekends is if I'm making a recipe that needs to be filmed for my channel and I'm making it for my husband on the weekend. I will film it and then schedule it for later. But I try not to film too much on the weekends. I try to just, do stuff with hubby when I can. We have programs that we watch on TV, so. Yeah, I think tonight I'm going to make tacos. Falter bacon. Yeah, I'm going to do my own series. It's not really like joining series or anything. I'm going to do my own little series, I think, for September and October. And I'm going to do one soup recipe per week, which will be around 8 or maybe 9, depending on how many Wednesdays there are. Soup recipes. So that's my goal, is to try to do September and October for soup recipes. November, not really sure what I'm going to do for November. Maybe dips or something. Maybe some holiday. And of course, Christmas will be, your normal cookies and things like that. I already found my Christmas cookie that I'm going to make this year. I already found the recipe for it. It was actually something my mom's been looking for, so I found it. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it out for my husband first. And then, Jan's Live will be starting in about 11 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I bet that was good. I'm going to have to try Tina's. I thought that looked really good. Yeah, so that's my it's disgusting, Gail. Say no to kimchi. Oh, Jan, you know me. I don't eat rotten things. I don't want fermented, rotten, nasty, growing things. The little slobber on top of the whatever that y'all have a name for it. Heather, tell me what the name is for the thing on top of the thing. Woo! I think I grew that one time on accident, and it was not a good idea. You would not get me to try that for nothing. Maybe for $100. I might try it for $100. You'd have to pay me. Is kimchi spicy? The only fermented item I like is pickles. Pickles are awesome. Here's Jan's live stream that starts in 9 minutes. You guys want to check that out? She's going over to get her live started. Made tacos last night. Yeah, I think we're gonna have tacos tonight. Yeah, because I bought tortillas. I have all that fresh chopped bell pepper. So I think I'm gonna use some of that and make it like a taco burrito kind of thing. Chili Soup Fest. Yes, that's what it is. For October, I'm going to enter all my soups into her collaboration, Chili Soup Fest. This is being hosted by Blackberry Rock Homestead if you guys want to get in on that collaboration. If you decide you want to join that later, you can email me or text me or ask me later if you didn't catch all the information on that one. I try not to run around saying things I don't like all the time. Hi, Luann's Kitchen. I just, you know, when you're sitting at a table with a bunch of people and the people start saying, I don't like cats, or I don't like sour cream, or I don't like Lauren Daigle, or whatever it is they don't like. And if you are the person who likes that, it just makes you feel bad that they say they don't like it. Like, why did you feel it necessary to say you didn't like it? So I actually don't go out of my way to say I don't like things. Even if I'm watching someone's video, there's always something positive I can say. Just because it's not something I would like doesn't mean I'm not going to watch their video, does not mean I'm not going to comment on their video. I just was grown up to be, polite. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all, right? You heard that saying from Bambi? Is it Bambi? Yeah. Yeah, it was Thumper. Wasn't it Thumper that said that? Vlogmas. I don't plan on doing Vlogmas. However, I do plan on trying to get, this is just a goal, trying to get all 25 days of December filled up, even though I don't normally post stuff on weekends, because November and December, YouTube pushes out your videos more. So I'm going to try to post as much as I can in November and especially December, just to get everything pushed out. So I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I'm going to try to do all 25 days as I can, if I can. I hate to commit to it and not finish it, so I'm just going to say I'm going to get as close to 25 videos in December as I can. And hopefully a few after. Mother. Yes, that's the word, the mother. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to pay me money to eat the mother, or to put the mother on anything, or whatever you're supposed to do with the mother. The mother looks like a science project, but that's just me. It's just me. My friends know. They know. They know. I'm not about eating none of that. Mm-mm. Wendy's just opened near me. I like Wendy's. When that guy Bobby Parrish was doing his thing, he actually said Wendy's was healthier than McDonald's, in that their products are more whole and things like that. So, the SCOBY, yeah, the mother, yeah, you got it. You got it. I'm not eating that thing. SCOBY, mother, kimchi, kombucha. I'm not touching none of that. Nope. Not happening. Tacos with lentils. I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's times when I've only had like spinach instead of lettuce, and I use spinach on my taco instead of lettuce. So I'm actually growing spinach, lettuce, and kale, because I'm hoping the goal for hydroponics is to grow salad things. And I never did get any parsley up this year in the garden, so I decided I'm going to grow parsley in hydroponics this year. And I'm also going to try to grow strawberries in hydroponics. I have no idea how that's going to. I do like pickles. Pickles is considered from a fermented item, and I do like pickles. I actually like my pickles sour. My husband likes his pickles sweet, and I like my pickles sour. I made cheesesteaks. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm making us some burritos tonight. Burritos, tacos, whatever you want to call it. But that's what we're having tonight. And I'm going to put the bell peppers on because I've been soup timber. Yes. Forgot who does that one. Is it what's her name? Midnight Farmhouse, maybe? Or Inquisitive Farm Wife? I don't know. My brain has got so much in it. I can't always get everything out of it that I need to. I never thought I would like cowboy candy, but I did try this really cool dip, and it was kind of that sweet and sour thing. So I'm thinking maybe I would like it. Yes, Saturday we are doing Suno Family Creates. Gail and I are doing this at 7 p.m. on Saturday. If you are a YouTube creator who creates Suno music or even other type music on other types of AI programs, if you're somebody that does that, come by and check us out. Even if you don't make music, you just like listening to music, stop by. I believe it'll be live on both channels, mine and Echo's at the same time. That's going to be Living My Kaleidoscope of Happiness and Gail Southern Living, 7 p.m. on Saturday for Suno Family Creates. If there's a specific song you want played for Suno that you've made, please email that to Echo, and Echo will try to get as many of those songs as she can played. The only thing I won't eat is ham. Oh, I love ham. But bacon is yummy. I like ham and bacon and pork chops and all things pork. But I don't eat a lot of pork because I know it's not the best meat there is out there, but I do sometimes. Yeah, I think it feels wrong to like a bunch when you go around saying you hate things all the time, you don't realize you're not silently. You're offending people with your mouth when you don't realize it. So I try not to do that because I realize when other people are saying they don't like stuff, that it hurts my feelings. So I try to not do that to other people. Liver. Yeah, I'm not a liver fan. Christmas cookies every day. Yeah. Well, I know I have one Christmas cookie picked out so far. And I don't know. I may end up doing. My Nana and my mama said, don't have nothing nice to say. Shut your mouth. That's it. Straightforward right there. You got it, Joe. Well, if I was there, I could be your videographer. I could be your videographer for about a week. Mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom person either. Wendy's is good. It tastes like real beef, not like something else. But I got to get off here, guys, because Jan is live right now. Thank you guys all for coming in. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to let you see Kitty one more time. She's going to be mad, though, because I'm moving her. But, Kitty, you want to say bye to everybody? You want to rap and complain? Say bye, Kitty. Say bye. Say bye, Jade. Bye. Okay. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for coming in. Go by, check out Jan at Simply Jan Homestead. Bye, guys.